What's poppin' world? It's your boy Zay Jen. You already know the vibes, also known as Holiday Zay, and I'm ready to talk some ship. Welcome back to the channel. You're here with your boy. Do your boy a favor and wipe your feet when you walk in this place. And hit that like button and subscribe to your boy's page. We're dropping more tips today. What we are talking about today are things to expect as a first-time Carnival cruiser on Embarkation Day. Now, again, I say Carnival cruisers because Carnival is my baby. But just know that these tips can and do apply to many other cruise lines as well. So let's get to it. Tip number one to expect on embarking is a very busy cruise terminal. When you arrive, you have to keep in mind, depending on the ship or ships, whatever, that are in that area, there are thousands of people getting off of that cruise ship. There are thousands of people arriving to get on a cruise ship. Now, although in a way things are, I could say for the most part, very well, separated, despite all of that, there's still going to be a lot of traffic, a lot of people. People have taxis and Ubers and buses and charters everywhere. So this is your first experience. There's going to be a lot going on at that cruise terminal. Just expect a lot of movement. Tip number two, this is probably targeted for Carnival. Drug dogs. I'm just gonna be real. Carnival has drug dogs because people seem to want to sneak certain things on the ship, and Carnival has placed these drug dogs in place for that particular reason, to cut down significantly on the sneakiness of guests. Okay, doing so, it causes an inconvenience for fellow guests. It's bothersome to other guests who do not contribute to that particular activity. And guests doesn't appreciate, having their guest on board being inconvenienced by the carelessness of other people on the ship. So they got drug dogs, okay? People tease Carnival for it. They make fun of Carnival for it. They say, oh, you go on that ship. We don't have drug dogs over here, but you got to go with a cruise line that got drug dogs. And hey, man, it is what it is. Whatever. Tip number three, and I can say this with confidence because I was on my very first cruise. And tip number three is the feeling of being overwhelmed. Like I said, there's a lot that's going to be going on. A lot of people, a lot of traffic, a lot of bodies, a lot of people asking you, I wouldn't say a lot of people asking you questions, but making sure you're having your documents handy, going this way, going up the stairs, going down, turn this way, do this, do that, remove this, remove that, place all this here, place all that there. You can't take this off. It's going to be a lot. It's going to be a lot. And as a first timer, whether you go by yourself or you go with one other person, and this other person is a new timer as well, first timer as well, you guys, it's going to be a lot. It really is. Okay. So just be prepared. So when you get there, just have it in your mind, like stay calm, but just, it possibly will become overwhelming for some people. Tip number four for my first timers out there. You're going to hear of this thing called the muster drill. Please, for the sake of people like me who are ready to leave this port on time, get that out the way first, okay? I get that you're excited to be on the ship, but you're gonna see little signs saying A1 or B2 or B3 or something. Those are muster station areas, okay? On your boarding pass, you're gonna see like a little letter and a number. When you get on the ship, have your boarding pass handy. Look for a person who has a Carnival name tag and tell them, ask them like, hey, where's it? They're going to direct you to where to go. Go there and knock that out the way. Once you get that out the way, you are free to roam and do whatever you choose to do, okay? For the sake of us vets, please get that done and out the way. Tip number 5, and it took me a few times to actually understand this and know how to go about this in a better way, is a very, very busy Lido marketplace, okay? Lido marketplace is gonna be the buffet area. When you first get on that ship and you make your way to the Lido marketplace, it's going to be packed because that is like the one place where you can really go to. You can't really do anything else. So everyone floods Lido marketplace. You see bags and carry-on suitcases and things like that all around the places where you have to sit and eat. People's belongings just in a seating area, but no one's there. They're just holding that until they get back to get their food. And you're going to struggle with trying to find somewhere to sit. So a little tip inside this tip that I've learned for myself is to find a seat first. Okay, find a seat first, then go get your food. I say that to say this. I used to get my food first and then walk around for 5 to 10 minutes trying to find somewhere to sit. I tried to find my seating first and then get my food. That is a lot better than getting your food first, then finding somewhere to sit. I ain't telling you what to do, you grown, okay? But I highly recommend you finding a place to sit first, put your belongings down, then going to get your food, because those lines are gonna be long because that's all there is to do. That place is going to be packed, okay? Just a heads up. Tip number 6 on things to expect on embarking: your room to be ready at 1:30 or a little later. Stay out those folks' way. A lot of people, they try to get to the room early. Stay out the way. When the CD cruise director gets on the intercom and announces that rooms are ready, then you can head to your room. You know, these stewardess have only hours to turn this whole ship over to the next batch of cruisers to get on here. Stay out their way, leave them alone, let them do their job so they can get your rooms ready on time. Typically, 1:30 is the opening time for your staterooms, okay? So just be patient, everything's gonna be okay. Embarkation day is like the busiest day, okay? So just hang tight, hang tight. Tip number 7, and I experienced this and I was not happy about it, but I had to remember I was on an XL class ship when this happened and there were over 4,000 people, okay? Late luggage. On my particular sailing last April on Mardi Gras, I didn't get my luggage until after 6 p.m.
What?
I'm not gonna lie. I asked the stewardess several times, hey, is my luggage on board? Hey, have you seen my luggage? And every time with a calm and soothing demeanor, he assured me that, Mr. Jennings, we have it. We just gotta work through all that we have. I promise you, when I get it, I'll even place it in your room for you. I said, thank you. And I had to, and it didn't click at the time that I was bothering this man, asking him, you know, where's my luggage? That there's over 4,000 people on this ship. I can't imagine how much luggage they have to maneuver throughout, you know, all these floors. And when you sit back and calm down and you think about that, they have to do a lot and maneuver all that luggage through the elevators, to the floors, down the halls. Mardi Gras is not a small ship. Okay, so just be prepared. They're going to get your luggage on the ship. And just be prepared that you may be one of the few people who receive some late luggage. It's happened to me. I got my luggage safe and sound. Just please be patient. It'll be there. Okay, it'll be there. Number 8 on things to expect on the day of embarking is the freaking sail away party. There is no other cruise line that does a sail away like Carnival. You can mark my words on that.
Nice.
Sail away party is something that you want to get there early, because if you do not get there early, baby, I promise you, you're gonna be trying to peek through the people to see what's going on. You ain't gonna be able to see a doggone thing but a bunch of heads bobbing and hands up in the air like this, and the energy high, and you're gonna hear the CD on the microphone turning up the crowd. Tip number 9. Doggone it, I don't really care what age you are. expect to be exhausted, okay? We would say the higher in age you are, the earlier that exhaustion is going to kick in. I've heard of some people say that by 5 p.m., around sail away party time, that they was ready to lay it down. Embarkation is draining. Look, I got energy for days.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be worn out. But as long as I keep my little feet moving, I'm awake, I'm good. But I tell you, boy, I'll be tired, waking up early in the morning, catching my Lyft or Uber to the port and all the excitement running through my body, going through the terminal, dealing with all the people. Get out my way. I'm a child. I'm ready to go. I don't have patience. I'm ready to get on the ship, turn up. It's a lot. It's a lot. When you're taking all of that in, you're excited, you're happy, you can take a deep breath. It's a lot. Oh, it's a lot, but it's a great time. But yeah, expect to be exhausted. And you might think, like, dang, I ain't really did that much. I ain't really did nothing. Yeah, I said the same thing. Tip number 10, this is the final tip. Do your best to avoid long lines in guest services. You guys have probably heard me talk about this guest services line several times. I am warning you. There are certain points in times when that guest service line is long. The day of embarking is one of them, because everybody is trying to get their stuff together that they failed to do prior to getting on the ship. Take care of all the things that you need to take care of before getting on the ship so you can reduce your chances of having to stand in that long, disrespectful line of guest services. This is another warning. This is another warning. But that is all the tips I have today for first-time cruisers on the day of embarking. If you found any of this information valuable and helpful for your first-time experience, do your boy a favor, smash that like button and subscribe to your boy's channel. Be sure to hit the notification button so you are alerted when new tip content drops on this channel. And be sure to check out the already existing content for tips for first-time cruisers on this channel as well. And as always, always be grateful and embrace the day. And until next time, peace.